Hi guys, it's Taylor. If you're new here, I'm Taylor. I'm 20 years old and I make tons of health and fitness content on TikTok, Instagram, and now YouTube. My goal is to make fitness easier for young girls everywhere, and I hope this video makes it a little easier for you too. So I wanted to talk about how you should structure your workout in the gym, because it can be a very intimidating place, and I know you probably see tons of exercises and routines on TikTok, YouTube, wherever, and you might just not know where to start. So I'm here to break it down simple and easy, from what you do when you walk into the door to when you leave. Before I begin, I just wanted to say, if you haven't seen my face before, you should definitely check out my TikTok and my Instagram. All my socials are down below. Okay, so when you walk into the gym, one, if you're that confused and you don't think you know where anything is, just ask someone that works there. It's their job. They'll be happy to help you. They're not gonna think you're dumb. They're not gonna think you're stupid. Even the most advanced gym person ever could walk into a new gym and not know where a certain piece of equipment is. So just ask if you're that unsure. Second, once you get in, you better have gone in ready. You need to write down a plan, which you can do after you watch this video. So you have your workout written down, exactly what you want to do. Perfect. So you walk in, you go to the section you want to go, and you got to evaluate the room. Sometimes I go in and I'm like, okay, it is way too packed to do what I wrote down. And then you just got to improvise. And that's okay. You got to switch some things up. Maybe you're like, you know what, today I'm never going to get a squat rack. It's just not going to happen. And you program back squats into your workout, but there's just no chance you're getting in there in the next 30 minutes. So you switch it up. You use a dumbbell, you do leg press instead. Evaluate the area so you can feel out exactly what exercises you're going to be doing. Then you're going to find some empty space, or if it's a packed gym, I recommend going to where you're going to start and kind of like get in the machine. Like I'll warm up kind of in the squat rack, for example. For your warm up, you're going to want to do some dynamic stretching, not static stretching. So dynamic stretching is when you're moving, you're not holding a stretch. When you hold a stretch, you're signaling your muscles to relax, you're lengthening them. That means they're not at their strongest, because when you're pushing weight, you want tight, forceful muscles, and when you static stretch for too long, you're signaling to them that it's time to relax. So you want a dynamic stretch, you want movement, you want to get your blood pumping, that heart rate up a little bit, you want your muscles nice and loose enough, your joints ready to move. Another way you can warm up is 5 to 10 minutes walking on the treadmill. I like to do that sometimes. It's a great way to get extra steps in and get your whole body moving and grooving. After your walk and dynamic stretching, whatever combination feels right for your body, then you want to go into some lightweight versions of the exercises you're going to be performing. So if you're going to be doing squats, you want to do squats with just the bar, body weight, just the bar, keep adding weight. You want to do whatever compound lift you're going to do with lighter weight and progress into your working sets. That's very important. Okay, now it's time for the workout. You want to schedule in 1 to 3 compound lifts. Now, what's a compound lift? Those are lifts that work multiple muscle groups at once. They're going to be doing heavy. The rep ranges are probably going to range between like 1 to 6 reps. Those are going to be key for your strength building. On a lower body day, that'll look something like a squat, a sumo deadlift, a lunge variation, split squats, hip thrust, things of that nature. Compounds for your upper body are going to include things like a bench press, a bent over row, a strict press, and even conventional deadlifts, because conventional deadlifts are also a great back exercise. So 1 to 3 exercises. Let's say one day my workout might start with a squat, hip thrust, and split squats, or maybe one day it's just back squats and front squats, or front squats and a sumo deadlift. You know, whatever floats your boat, but 1 to 3 of those is probably going to be decent. If you're short on time, you could even stop your workout after those 3 lifts. That is still going to give you some strength gains if you're short on time. Also, in those lifts, you want to be resting. If you're pushing really heavy weight, you want to be resting like 3 to 5 minutes in between sets sometimes. It'll take me almost over 30 minutes to do 2 compound lifts, for reference. And remember, the rep ranges are like 1 to 6, so you're taking a lot of rest. That's very important. So those are done. Now what? Now you want to do your accessory movements. These are going to be lighter weight, more hypertrophy focused. Hypertrophy is literally building the size of your muscles, so it's a little bit higher rep ranges. Think like 8 to 12. These are going to be lighter movements and maybe more isolation focused. Something like a glute bridge, an RDL, machine work, a leg press, even other like squat, lunge, deadlift variations. With lighter weight, those can also be some of your accessory type movements. Accessory moves for your upper body day are going to be things like lat pull downs, any type of cable work, lateral raises, just lighter weight upper body moves in that 8 to 12 rep range. When you're picking a weight for these movements, think that the last 3 reps of the exercises should be challenging. Like, you should be struggling to get the weight up on the last 3 reps. That's how you know the weight is good enough for you. About 2 to 4 of those type of movements are good enough to complete your workout. You can do something like 4 sets of 10, 4 sets of 12, 3 sets of 10, 3 sets of 8, whatever feels right, to be honest. With your accessory moves, you also want to shorten your rest, so you don't need that 3 to 5 minutes anymore. Think 60 to 90 seconds. Next comes a burnout. This is kind of optional. I don't always do these, but you can choose one exercise for whatever body part you're most focused on and just go crazy for something. Let's say on a shoulder day, my burnout might be taking 2 5-pound weights and doing lateral raises till my arms are going to fall off. Maybe it's something on a leg day like walking lunges until your quads feel like they're gonna explode. Something like that. Maybe if you want to throw in some core work, you can do a little core work at the end. Definitely lightweight, body weight, whatever you want, and just knock out that muscle for one more exercise. If cardio is something you want to incorporate into your routine, now that your workout's done, if building muscle is your main goal, you want to incorporate that cardio at the end. So yes, that 5 to 10 minute walk could be your warm-up, and any light cardio can be a fine warm-up, but if you want to exert yourself and really push through some cardio, the end of the workout is where you want to do that. And this is because when you use energy to work out, you're using the glycogen in your muscles. So when you're weightlifting, you're burning through all that glycogen in your muscles, all those energy stores, and then you run out. Your body runs out, and then you're going to be doing cardio, and your body is going to be going into your fat stores during that cardio session. So you want to hop on the Stairmaster, do some sprints, some uphill walking. Something like that's going to be perfect after a workout. I personally can't like run long distance or anything after a workout because I am too tired, but something like stairs or incline walking where you can just mindlessly just keep stepping, I love that as post-workout cardio. If cardio is not part of your routine that day, lately it hasn't been in mine, a nice cool down walk could be beneficial, especially after a leg day, just to kind of slow things down so you don't just come to an abrupt stop. I am guilty of having the worst cool down routine ever because I just want to go home and eat. But don't be like me. Have a nice cool down routine. 5 minute slow walk, just bringing your heart rate back down. And after that is when you want to do your static stretching. So 10 minutes holding some nice stretches, foam roll, breathe, relax, really stretch out all those muscles. It's really gonna help with soreness. If soreness is something you really struggle with, really focus on your recovery. I actually have a follow along 20-minute real-time foam roll stretch routine. You can click here to watch it. I find following along a video on YouTube is really helpful to me personally because sometimes I'm not motivated enough to come up with stretches on my own and I'll rush them without even knowing, but if I follow someone, it just keeps me nice and paced. Also, tip, sometime either before my stretch or after my stretch, I like to go into the bathroom and wash my face off, especially if I've been sweating under a mask, to prevent acne because no one needs your sweat building up in your pores. So yeah, I like to go to the bathroom and just kind of like wash my face off, spray some perfume, maybe some deodorant, you know, kind of put my hair up because I'm probably a sweaty mess either before my stretch or after my stretch on the way home. Pro tip, wash your face off. So by the time you finish all of those things, your workout should be complete and you might have been in there for like an hour and a half. And look at that, it was so simple. I'm sure now if you go look at my workout routines, it might make sense why they're structured like that, or if you watch someone else's, it might make sense. But also I want to make it very clear that sometimes the gym is packed and you can't do everything in the order you want, and that's okay. I said compounds first, but if you're like, oh my god, I have to do the compound in the middle because I couldn't squat or hip thrust during the time I wanted to, that's okay. The reason you're doing it first is because your muscles want to be the most ready and fresh and new and strong for those compound lifts. So you can still do it at any time in the workout you want. Not every time you go in the gym are you gonna have access to everything you want in the order you want it, and that's just part of it. But if you have a home gym, then do it in the right order. I hope that helped, and I hope you took something away from it. I hope it answered a lot of your questions. I want to make more informational type videos like these, so let me know down below some questions or things you need help with when it comes to fitness and working out and lifting weights and eating. I'd love to answer it in the simplest way possible for you guys, because I don't want you guys confused or struggling or falling for some false advertising and misinformation. This is a safe place. This is the real stuff only. Make sure to subscribe. I post twice a week here on YouTube. I also post once a day on Instagram, stories all day long, and like 2 to 3 times a day on TikTok. Not to hype myself up or anything, but your girl posts content and content frequently, so don't miss it. We're almost to 10K on here. Unless when I post this, somehow I magically already have 10K. But we're really, really close to 10K here on YouTube, and I would love to hit that. Thank you guys so much for watching and trusting me with giving you some lovely fitness advice. I can't wait to see you guys in my next video.